I really like how this looks. Dude, oh, I'm in the atmosphere, man.
Are you?
Dress me up in a costume, man. Yeah, that looks nice, dude. That big screenshot, that like overgrown little tunnel, it's all murky and swampy. There's water.
Yeah.
Sure, I'll get in the zone.
Kev's close to a 10, just spamming laughing emojis in the chat.
Nosotros en vivo.
Okay.
That's what I always say. We're live. Welcome, boys and girls, to the Dropshot Call of Duty podcast, episode number 468. Episode number. Shout out to Tanner for that. My name is Casey, also known as Razinon. Today I'm joined by Tanner.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Sniffling Tanner. That's what I always say.
Yeah.
And today we will be talking about Call of Duty Warzone. Not actually, no, we won't. I don't know why I said that. Today we're talking about BO6. So
Bro's lying.
there are four, I repeat, 4 blog posts on Call of Duty Black Ops 6.
Really?
3 of which are quite detailed and in-depth. Some would say too detailed and too in-depth.
Yeah.
For one episode. So we're not going to talk about all of them. Probably. Almost certainly. However, we are going to talk about the 2, at least, that we have promised to you, which are the UI blog post, which will take 10 seconds, and then the zombies blog post, which there is a lot to get into there. So the goal today is to get through as much as we can. On the very off chance we get through the zombies blog post and we still have, another hour or two to spare, we will go into the other ones, but we are almost certainly not going to. So the plan is going to be to cover the other 2 on Patreon. So patreon.com/thedropshot. $5 a month, you get all the COD bonus eps, ad-free episodes, and early access episodes. And you support the program, which we would appreciate. That's almost certainly what we're going to do. So the 2 blog posts that will very likely be left out today, that we will instead do on Patreon, are named Weapons Hot and Gear Up, respectively. And these are, again, super in-depth on, in the former case, every single gun and attachment, and the firing range. So that's the one of the 2 we'll do on Patreon.
It's a lot of intel.
It's a ton of intel.
Quite a few launch comms.
And then the other one is on, just they're clogging comms, some would say. And then the other one is on equipment, perks, and score streaks. So this is going to be everything relating to creating your class outside of the weapons.
Yeah.
And there's a lot there as well, because this is, again, literally every single field upgrade, perk, lethal, tactical, etc. So what we will do, Tanner suggested this, I think it's a very good idea, is use both of those blog posts on Patreon to do a kind of prep-isode. So we're going to go through them and be all right, this is probably the perks setup I'm going to run and why. These are the field upgrade. This is field upgrade I'm going to run and why, etc. And then that'll be less true for the guns, but it will be very true for the attachments. So once we get into the attachment section of the weapons, because we don't know what guns are going to be good or bad, really. But
yeah.
We will be able to tell what attachments are very likely going to be super good and you should keep your eye on, and which ones will not be. So that'll be a really good jumping off point to kind of just get into that. All right, here's what I think you guys should run. Here's what to maybe look for, depending on your playstyle, blah, blah, blah. I'm actually quite excited to do that episode, and I'm excited to dive into those blog posts. But for now, we've got some other blog posts to dive into. Now, normally we save announcements for the end of the show, but I've already spent 30 minutes yapping, so I might as well just do them all now. Next week, our schedule is, and by the way, if you're on YouTube and you're frustrated, There's a reason there are timestamps. Just skip to the part you want to listen to.
Oh, yeah.
Okay?
Yeah,
Relax.
you can do that.
And you can also do that on apps. I put the timestamps on apps too. So if you're listening on a podcast app. Oh, but I'm at work, and if they catch me on my phone, then I'm going to get fired. Well, then keep listening to the announcements, wagey bitch. Not my problem. And hey, you can't do shit about it anyway, obviously. So thanks for the analytics. Anyways, moving on from that. So yeah, announcements. Next week will be a weird schedule. I don't know what we're going to do. I'm panicking. We will decide on the schedule by Tuesday. So you can keep an eye on our Twitter at the Dropshot Pod. We'll post the schedule there, probably, if I remember to. I've been forgetting to the last couple of weeks. And then we will definitely post our schedule in Discord as well. Normally we do Thursday and Saturday recordings, but the game launches on the 24th.
Thursday.
Really,
Thursday
which is
evening.
Thursday evening. So I think Thursday might actually work.
Yeah,
but
we're going to
maybe
have
not.
to, actually, because we have to record 2 Patreon episodes. So we're going to have to record Tuesday and then also Wednesday. So
Okay.
we're going to have to do it Thursday, yeah. And then, by the way, the other Patreon episode will be probably the progression, because that blog post is coming next week as well. I believe that's going to be the last one left after we do the weapons hot and gear up. So that will probably cover prestige. It'll cover just like the camo grind in general, how all that's going to work. So that'll be interesting. And then from there, again, instead of just reading the blog post on Patreon, we'll probably do more of like a what will probably work well, what worked well last year for the camo grind. This one will probably be similar. So we'll kind of give like some
like
day one
early
tips.
camo grind
There will be
tips and
different
stuff
things
too.
like you can start the camo grind from weapon level 1 this year. They already talked about that. So it'll be interesting to get all that info. So yeah, we'll try to get those out. Probably even like post them as early as possible. The one we record Wednesday, like just upload it right away maybe. But yeah.
So that'll be good too, because then all of our bonus episodes this month will all be on BO6. I think that will be preferable to most of you. I would hope all of you, honestly. So they'll be late in the month, but I mean, that ship has already sailed, as they say. So anyway, yeah, keep your eyes on the schedule next week. We'll figure something out. And then for all of our current patrons, we're doing customs tonight. So if you're listening to this live, or if you hear the early access, then it is not too late. Join the Discord, link your Patreon and Discord account, and be there tonight, 5 p.m. Pacific time, the 19th. And there's an event in Discord that'll auto-correct for your time zone. We need 32 or 35, I don't know, a lot of people to even start the lobby. I've received that. Shout out Ted Timmons. So all of you need to show up now or at 5 p.m. Probably 5 p.m. would be ideal. But you
Probably
can show
5
up
would be
now
better.
and wait for the next.
Yeah, you guys can start your own hangout early.
4
Start getting in
hours.
there.
It's
Start
totally
piling in
fine.
the channel. Yeah.
Start piling in. So anyways, okay. And that's that. So those are all the announcements.
We
Do
did
not
it.
stick around toward the end for the announcements.
and
because there
then-
will no longer be any.
Raz also made a mistake, guys. Keep listening. This is not about zombies at all. We're actually just covering the weapons hot and gear up blog post. There's nothing to do with zombies, so keep listening. Don't worry. We won't bore you guys with that. So, just some
That is correct. Yeah.
that is our launch comm right there.
That is our launch comm. So starting off, we're going to do the UI blog post. So this had come out on the 17th, along with the zombies blog post. And it is titled The Road to BO6 Launch, Preload, and New UI. So we've already covered this. And it's not, again, like I had said last episode, the UI like in-game. This is like the lobby main menu UI. So I don't really think there's much worth getting into here, but I will
There's
do
a little screenshot.
little
It's nice
skim.
looking. Great UI.
So you can download it already. So that's probably a good idea. I've already pre-downloaded BO6 multiplayer and uninstalled BO6 campaign already.
Same. Yeah. I did
off
not
rip,
install
the
BO6
campaign was put on my hard drive without my consent, and I ripped it out of there.
Really?
Because I will never play it. So I've received that comm.
Yeah.
But anyways, more words, big words, intimidating words. Warzone will be a separate download. Okay. More yapping, managing your storage space. buy a 2 terabyte hard drive or two, like I have an M.2 SSD to be specific. And this won't be an issue, but whatever, not reading it. Here's a tour of the new UI. So here's a video. Tanner, I believe, has it on screen here. It looks like...
Where's the video? There we go. Okay.
You know what? Hot take. I don't love it at all, frankly. Looks awfully cluttered still to me.
Well, everything's on one screen, so you can see it better.
That's true. It's better than what we have now. And maybe it is better if it's all on one screen, actually. Yeah, you're kind of right about that. This should be a lot
better.
Yeah, this is a lot better, actually, yeah. So there's like multiplayer is one of the buttons. Campaign, it looks like, is another one. Warzone is a separate button. And at the bottom, there are smaller buttons that indicate last played, which is a really good feature. So if you only play like whatever Resurgence quads, you have controller brain rot like I do, then you can just always slam that button in the bottom left and you'll be good. And then the trending 3, I guess, playlists. I hate that. I don't care what other people are playing. That doesn't impact me at all. So whatever. Still overall, yeah, way better. So there you go. Some more words, big words, intimidating words.
Unlike the previous Call of Duty UI, players will now be able to directly access games which have their own self-contained user interfaces. The newest title, BO6, and Warzone will be shown in the Home tab, but other games are accessible via the All Games tab. Which almost makes it sound like there won't be even cross-launching from those, so I don't know how exactly that works.
So I remember they had said when we read about this more last time they talked about it, that you will have to cross-launch for
a short period of time.
A certain amount of time, right. And then at some point, maybe it's like by season 1, you will no longer have to cross-launch anymore.
So it was either, it probably says in here, but we skimmed most of it. So, oh wait, it might say right here. Initially, there will be a transition period from October 21st to 24th when the new UI goes live before BO6. During these days, MW3 Warzone will be the primary game titles, and the players will cross-launch into those games. That's what. Okay, so we only have to cross-launch for this coming week. So if you're still playing Warzone from Monday to Thursday when BO6 comes out,
stop.
You'll have to cross-launch, which basically means it's going to close the program and reopen another one. It just takes a little bit more time. But once BO6 comes out, it should not be that way. They will remove the cross-launch, and it'll all be under one launcher. Yeah.
Yeah, so that'll be really good, particularly for people like Lag Show who are not using equipment.
Nope, that was wrong information.
Century.
So BO6. So starting with the launch of BO6, it'll replace MW3, making BO6 and Warzone the primary game titles. Players will be able to instantly access BO6 and cross-launch into Warzone. So I think it's not until the Warzone integration.
You should kill yourself now.
Black helicopters.
What are we trying to do?
Your fake news, Trump.
Yeah, well, here, you could, just ask me.
Oh,
it's starting. Don't worry.
I didn't think you would do it.
You are fake news.
There we go. That was yours. That's right. Anyways, by the way, it looks like Trump's going to win. That's what the betting is saying, which doesn't matter. So, well, it does actually, but not for this podcast. So, anyways, yeah. So whatever Tanner just said, I super wasn't listening. I don't care about cross launching because I have once again multiple 2 terabyte.
It's not about the space. It's that it then takes more
SSDs.
time to launch it. That's all they're talking
SSDs launch
about.
Faster. So,
well, then you're gonna have to update required. So here's what's gonna happen. You're gonna open the UI before Warzone doesn't have to be cross-launched. Just picture this. It's Saturday night. You're playing BO6 for some reason.
Close my eyes and imagine.
You open the app. You're trying to play BO6, right? You're playing BO6. Yep. So you launch the app. You're playing it for a couple hours. You're gaming. You're having fun. For some odd reason, you decide you want to play Warzone. You exit out. You relaunch. Okay. During that time, there was an update. So you're relaunching. Update requires restart. So you have to restart. You launch again. Got it.
That annoys me a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah.
So then once you've launched again, then you're at the screen. So then you have to cross-launch Warzone because for some reason you want to play Warzone. So then you're going to click on Warzone. It's going to close that app. It's going to start launching Warzone. Once it opens Warzone, it's going to say update requires restart. Yeah. So then it's going to have to restart, and then it's going to close it. It's going to open up the app again, which then launches BO6 again because you have to cross-launch Warzone. Oh, so then you're once again going to click on Warzone. Now. It's closing the launcher. It's opening it up again, and then finally you're in Warzone.
No,
so it'll take 15 minutes. when that
shaders
happens.
will now be preloading.
Shaders will be
So
preloading. Yeah.
my fist has sailed through my monitor by this time. Yeah. So thank you for painting that picture. I'm already mad. My blood pressure is higher. So I've got that, but yeah, that won't be for long,
And that's
luckily.
a 10, Jacob.
So yeah.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, so and then it says here, when Season 1 begins, the UI will enter its fully realized state. Then BO6 and Warzone will be the primary game, meaning no more cross-launching. And then we'll be good. Yeah. So yeah, Season 1 is when everything will be settled. But who's going to be playing Warzone between the launch of BO6 and Season 1 anyways, right? Nobody.
Yeah,
so
you kind of deserve all that bullshit.
You should be.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
So anyway. Yeah, that's pretty much it for that. So there you go. I have nothing to add.
And there's more customization. Supposedly you'll be able to uninstall more, save hard drive space, blah, blah. Which actually is a real issue, by the way. Like, people on consoles, some guy that I know in IRL was literally telling me this. He was like, my son has to uninstall it because he can't have his other games installed because Call of Duty takes up so much space on his little Xbox. That's like, whatever, 500 gigs, 250. I don't know what they are. He's like, he has to uninstall it when he doesn't feel like playing the game just so he can have all of his other games installed.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah.
It is a real issue. Yeah,
it's an issue for
is.
people on console. If you have a expensive gaming computer, it's not a problem. You can just throw hard drive space in there easily. But this is a major problem.
Yeah, so that will be good. The modularity, in all seriousness, is quite nice. Yeah. And having more modularity is going to be good too, because there will be people that like only want, Warzone or whatever. They won't need BO6 now. So anyways, moving on from that, the main event, the main course, as they would say. Launch comms, zombies mode prep. Full
this is
equipment, power
weapons
ups.
hot, yeah. Weapons hot intel.
Weapons
launch comms.
hot.
Here we
Yes.
go.
Yeah. Sure. GobbleGums, a full tour of Terminus and Liberty Falls and confirmed launch stages. Okay. So before we get started here, full disclosure, this is all of the information. If you read every word of this, there's almost no point in even playing zombies anymore. That's how much they're telling us. It's all of it.
God.
There's a lot of information.
How many
in here.
pages would this be? Is there a way to like look at the amount of pages? How do you do that? Is there a possible way to do that on a browser?
No, I don't think so. Well, they're probably press page down and count, I guess. But it would be a lot.
This is like 50 pages, actually, I think. It's like 40 to 50 pages.
7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14.
But your page up can be
like
altered. It's not actually doing a page every time necessarily.
It's like 60. It's like 60 pages. Now, there are a lot of pictures, to be fair, but the point is, this is a lot of info and it's going to get very granular. Today, we plan on getting fairly granular. I'm not necessarily super going to read every singular little thing. Because it like tells all the augments for everything augmentable, which is to say ammo mods, field upgrades, and perks. There are 6 augments per each of those for a grand total of billions of items. So we're not necessarily going to read everything, but we're going to get pretty detailed. So keep that inside of your little tiny minds. So starting off, first section, round-based zombies overview and recap. So this is a recap, so we're not going to read it. Liberty Falls updates. This we're going to read every single word of, because a lot of people have been clamoring for this. So Liberty Falls, for those of you who may not remember, is one of the 2 maps, round-based maps in zombies, that the game will be launching with. Terminus Island was the first map that they had kind of showcased and done a super deep dive blog post on. And that was like the hardcore gamer map. It's the one that's on a prison island. And if that reminds you of another Call of Duty map, that's because it should, because there's another prison island. It's called Rebirth Island.
Thanks.
You're welcome. So anyways, the other one is called Liberty Falls. We saw gameplay of this first at COD Next, and there was a lot of disappointment from the people who were at COD Next and viewers who were like, this looks like ass 100 emoji. It lacks depth. It lacks atmosphere.
Yeah.
It lacks a lot of the complexity that Terminus Island has, or appears to have. And on top of that, there were some other issues that people had with just the zombies HUD in general, which would in fact apply to both maps.
Oh God,
So
yeah, they
in light
hated the
of that-
HUD.
Yeah, they hated that. So in light of that feedback, Treyarch released a series of, well, they did their little podcast, and Charlie Intel quote mined some of it for us, which we covered. And basically they had said, hey, we're going to do a bunch of updates, by the way, before launch. So keep your eyes on whatever, the blog posts, and we'll tell you about it. This is that. So we're going to get into that. Since the debut of early gameplay footage at Call of Duty Next back in August, the Zombies team at Treyarch has continued to iterate on the look, love that word, feel, and sound of Liberty Falls to crank up the map's creepiness factor, which it was lacking. It was like a nice Southern California afternoon. That's what it felt like. And then there was some creepy AI.
Oh no, bro's a severely depressed zombies player. Oh no, he wants darkness. No.
Anyway, heading into launch, players can expect a moodier visual tone to the map, along with gorier set dressings and new environmental audio to more intensely reflect the chaos of a very recent dimensional breach. And they really wanted to emphasize that. So there's another screenshot. Okay. Additional atmospheric elements related to the map's main quest will also be present throughout Liberty Falls as players begin to solve the mysteries waiting for them in the wake of the undead incursion. And of course, there might be a brand new Easter egg song from Treyarch's Kevin Sherwood to discover along the way.
Okay.
Hey, what? An Easter egg song? Okay, the worst possible reward for doing an Easter egg I could ever conceive of is a song written by a Treyarch dev. See ya. Super, I'm not interested in that,
not
but
great.
Whatever.
Zombies nerds love it, probably. Gotta hate them.
Really not off to a great start, but here we go. HUD touch-ups. The UI team has also continued to update the game's modular HUD, touching up some of the zombie-specific elements that can appear across most HUD preset options, and adding new settings. These updates include character portraits added to the lower left corner by default, which I guess just were completely absent before, and people are really happy about this. I don't understand why, but cool. General alignment and color adjustments made across the entire HUD. Perk icons now positioned closer together, should say more closely together, but that's actually a good change. Zombie-specific widgets added for certain in-game actions. I don't think I know what that means. Maybe it's like an icon when you're hovering over
like
the spike
interacting
trap
with
looks like
something, or just like interacting with something, it gives a different pop-up. I don't know. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. In-game GobbleGum reward animation added. I wish they didn't do that. I need fewer in-game animations, but okay. Visibility sliders added to allow players to fine-tune or completely disable additional HUD elements, including the score feed, medals and notifications, minimap opacity, weapon and equipment information, and more. So one thing I like about that is that if they're willing to do this for zombies, they might be willing to do it for multiplayer.
That's what I was thinking, yeah.
And they might be willing to do it for Warzone too, if they are willing to do it for multiplayer. Because that is something that we do not have in multiplayer, and unless it's in the other blogs we haven't gone over yet, will not have. Which I would really like, because they had originally said, oh, we're going to have a customizable UI. And what they really meant was you can pick between the presets they made for you, which is fine. But I would like all of this stuff, too, for multiplayer, where I would care about it far more. However, the fact that if it only comes to zombies, that's still a good thing. So anyway, here's a screenshot.
The HUD does look better. Yeah, I mean, Zombies fans were actually furious about this. Spidey literally said in Discord, this is the reason he's now buying the game, because they changed the UI. I'm dead ass, that's what he said, and he was being serious. Isn't that insane?
That is completely
Zombies
insane.
players are insane.
Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, I don't know. It
But
looks
they're
fine
very
to me,
pleased
but
about this. People are very,
I don't
very happy
remember
about
what
this.
the UI looked like before.
There were things on the
So-
left-hand side. The little like character portrait wasn't there. It even looks like some like the fonts, like for the total health and essence and whatnot, is different. Maybe not that
Looks
part.
like they
but
added a like a text backdrop too, like an outline backdrop. They outlined the text in black,
Yeah,
so it's
that-
a lot
that
more
could be it,
legible.
yeah.
It looks like that actually does look good. I did notice that. So anyway, whatever, looks cool. So here we go. Terminus Island Recon. Terror Island, a tour of Terminus. Okay, tongue twisting me. I've received that comm. From the long disused mining tunnels to its use as a World War II resupply depot to the structures built as part of a shuttered CIA black
wow,
site.
this is quite the island, dude. Jesus.
Yeah, Jesus. There's a wealth of discoveries. There are a wealth of discoveries to be made across Terminus Island, and this is not the novelist writing this. Given the more
It
recent
is. I think they
evidence-
just fell off this time. It's got to be.
Oh, really?
That's
He's
what I'm
just
thinking.
over it, huh?
Yeah,
yeah,
making
that's
a lot
possible.
of mistakes.
Yeah,
Idiot.
You might be right.
Stupid
Given the more
idiot.
recent evidence of heinous
It's him
biological
or her.
experimentations, you're right, led by the nefarious Project Janus group, our newly freed Requiem crew will need to stay on their toes. Okay. So
Got it.
I shouldn't have read that. Sorry.
You shouldn't. Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, cells and guard stations. So here are some more screenshots.
Yeah, we're not going to read all these. It's just showing parts of the map. But this is cool to see because we haven't seen most of these, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So I like this.
Yeah, so we'll just talk about this tour.
Cells and
So
guard
the
station. Look
screenshots
cute.
here, the first one, the cells and guard station. I have nothing to say. Looks fine.
It's a cell and guard station. Yeah, I do like the bottom right image, how there's like some guy working on a computer monitor in there, like their little central hub where they watch all the prisoners. That's kind of cute, you know? That's probably where an Easter egg's going to
yeah.
be. Maybe you can open all the cells or close them all from there. Okay.
Little panopticon there.
I like
yeah,
it.
that's cool. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Next one.
Oh,
Security
that's that
overlook.
guard station where you have to like get people out of it. Yeah, that's what that is.
Okay. Security overlook and control center. I mean, looks very similar to the last set of screenshots. It is a different area though, but I don't know. That's cool, I guess. I wonder if any of these little TVs or monitors will show any interesting info.
Yeah, this is just Rebirth Island. I mean, control center, overlook, living quarters. Yeah.
True.
Welcome
So
back,
moving on from
Rebirth
there,
Island.
Yep, living quarters, storage, and mess hall. So now we're looking a little different. Now we got some gym floor, some 1970s basketball gym floor.
Yeah, we need to get that
refinished.
refinished. Some new paint inside there too. They're kind of just letting this place fall apart.
Yeah, it looks a little dilapidated for sure. We got a pool table. I wonder if you like hit the 8-ball in, that'll be an Easter egg.
Yeah,
Shoot it
maybe you
with
could shoot it and do something with it. Yeah.
Yeah, it's possible. So anyway,
you
that
should be
looks
a Treyarch
fine, I
dev.
guess. Next is
A sea tower. Yeah, it's a tower, all right.
it's a sea tower.
Oh, this is the Dark Aether sea
So
tower.
this looks cool, by the way.
the Gundam
I like
placement,
this.
yeah.
I like the look of this. So like if this were like a multiplayer or Warzone map, I would be beside myself in rage. But because it's a zombies map, I don't care that it's very foggy and cloudy
Yeah, I like that
and
feeling.
dim. Now I actually like it because it's zombies and who cares? And zombies are very easy to see anyway. And it does tremendously add to the atmosphere.
I
for
like
sure.
this area, yeah. Like
It looks
I
dope.
like being up on those raised metal walkways basically. It's just it's a neat setting. The more screenshots I'm seeing of this map, because originally I thought this map didn't look that interesting to me, I think this will actually be a very fun map to play. Yeah, I'm really liking these screenshots.
Yeah.
The inside of the buildings look like they're very well done.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, I'm more impressed with the outside so far, but let's keep going. Gun battery platform. Okay.
Oh, that's been modified by Project Janus, I think. Yeah.
Oh, is that what they're saying? Yeah, it appears to be a massive World War II vintage gun emplacement, resting atop a thick concrete platform.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
let's keep that in mind. And that was an original thought. So the only screenshot in this that grabs my eye is the top right one. Again, that looks dope, dude. That sets the mood.
I really
This
like
is
the fog,
Halloween
to be
themed,
honest.
by the way.
Yeah.
This
Yeah,
is Halloween themed.
true.
This game is going to be launching a week before Halloween. I'm going to be playing zombies to avoid the super sweats. on
Oh,
day
I won't
one,
queue for
and it's going to be
multiplayer, yeah.
fun and also exciting.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this looks dope. Anyway, moving on. Sea caves and mining tunnels. This looks extremely cool. I really like how this looks. Dude, oh, I'm in the atmosphere, man.
Are you?
Dress me up in a costume, man. Yeah. That looks nice, dude. That big screenshot. That like overgrown little tunnel. It's all murky and swampy. There's water.
Yeah.
And little bushes or whatever, weeds. I don't know. You can
I like
figure
it.
it out. I'm not
It's
a
dark.
biologist.
Got some lights
Looks
on.
dope, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Creepy.
Yeah. Yep,
Ooh.
very creepy.
And then we get to the
I wonder if
bio
you could
lab.
shoot those lights
wow.
out.
I was thinking that too, actually. Make it a
Go
little
dark?
creepy on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Bravo 6,
yeah,
we're going dark.
Biolab looks dope too. Yeah. Yeah.
There's some little
Lot of,
buds in
like,
those.
Blue
Vats.
lighting. There's some specimens and some vats. Yeah, dude. This looks dope. This looks dope. And again, I just can't stress this enough. If this was part of a multiplayer map, I would hang
Terrible.
myself.
Yeah.
It would be awful. So giga cluttered. Way too much craziness going on. But for zombies, I love it. This is
Dude.
really cool looking. Yeah.
Honestly, for a biolab, that is an impressive feat of engineering, honestly. Impressive. Very. Wow.
You actually
It almost looks like it was a large sea cave that's been completely hollowed out.
Yeah. Yeah.
You getting that?
Yeah. Yeah. It seems like a large scale secret research facility has been constructed within the cavern walls.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah. So anyway.
Oh, that
from
water down there is creepy, dude. In the bottom second from the right image, that
Oh,
water's
yeah.
creepy. I wouldn't want to go in there.
Yep.
We're gonna have to. We're gonna have to go in there, but wow. That's
We're
creepy
gonna have
water.
to get wet and slippery in there, but it does look scary. That particular screenshot reminds me of like you know how at amusement parks they have, man, I don't know, like Universal Studios
Mhm.
where you like sit in like a little boat on a track and you go through water, but
Yeah.
you're like in an amusement park, you know? That's
Yeah.
what that reminds me of.
A water ride. Just say a water ride. Yeah. It reminds me of
Okay.
a water ride at an amusement park.
Not quite a water ride,
Okay,
but whatever.
man.
Anyways, incline lift.
Oh
that
my
would've
god,
worked,
that
though.
is steep.
And maglev elevator.
Can you get up that?
Like walk it? Probably not.
Can you get
Might
up
jump
that,
down
man?
there. But
Wow.
well, you can certainly jump down there, but I don't think you can run that.
You gotta
up.
be.
I think
No,
you'd
that's
have
the
to actually
elevator, I
activate
think.
the
Yeah, so you
elevator.
probably activate the elevator and get up there.
Yeah.
Okay.
Looks dope. Not too much to say on that though.
Ooh, the shipwreck.
Shipwrecks.
I like that.
Interesting.
It's like having a shipwreck off the island to me almost feels like having like a secondary little map built into the map. I like that a lot. Just seems like it's going to
Yeah.
be far away and separate from everything else.
It looks like quite far out in the water, actually. Like look at the bottom left screenshot. It
Yeah.
has to be at least that far from the island. Which
It
is
does
fairly
say,
far.
despite the radar buoys in a close proximity, the remains of a shipping tanker indicate just how treacherous the waters. Oh, I thought I was going to say something about how far it was. Slowly rusting, yeah.
Yeah. That looks cool, dude.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh, look at the moon.
Great clouds.
Oh man,
Yeah.
dude, I'm so excited.
Yeah, I hate Liberty Falls actually now. Yeah, this map's
That
going to be
100
good.
emoji.
Shit,
Yeah.
yeah.
So anyway,
It's awesome.
the outer islands here.
Ooh, I'm playing Sea of Thieves, man.
Yeah. What is this? The arsenal in the bottom left. What is that? Is that like
I don't
a
know. We got
perk
any
or
nerds
something?
in the chat? Oh no, that's the
Yeah.
thing where you do like your armor and weapon upgrades now. I think, right? It'll tell us about it in here somewhere. It's one of those
Okay.
it's one of those things you interact with and upgrade
Got
or
it.
craft. Temple Island, odd pillar-like carvings. Oh, and then there's Castle Rock
so that's
Island.
going to be
wow.
part of like an Easter egg or
Oh, and then
some-
there's Crab Island. There are 3 islands.
some ritual. Yeah. That'll be cool.
in Liberty Falls.
Okay. That looks dope.
Yeah.
All right.
That made me much more
So
excited for this
next
map.
section-
Yeah, dude, that lighting and the fog, that moon
I'm going to piss my pants.
hitting the
off.
water. Yeah. I like that a lot. Because, like, we got the main creepy central island prison, and then we got a shipwreck. We got islands. Yeah, I'm liking this a lot. I'm really glad they showed us a bunch more pictures. This is cool. So, yeah, then getting into some more Liberty Falls info. Liberty Falls Recon. Okay, so it's kind of yapping about how the atmosphere is different. Players must explore the once idyllic, now horrific, small West Virginian town of Liberty Falls. Residents fled or barricaded themselves into the settlement. Ooh, maybe you can find some civilians to help, man, in a last desperate attempt to survive. The town is overrun and the battle seems well and truly lost. Yeah. Okay, here we go. More screenshots of this. So this we've already seen. So we're going to look at this and kind of see if we can tell what's different. So we only watched like the live gameplay. I never really went back and watched a bunch of videos on this at all. So like, I don't know how much of Liberty Falls changed, but this is what they're saying. They've changed it to feel more zombies-like. So we'll see if we notice anything here. It might actually tell us too what they've changed as it goes through this. First, we're looking at the Pump and Pay.
Yeah. Okay.
Which is a gas station. That looks exactly the same to me.
I was gonna say this does not look much.
Maybe that
different to me
burning
at
truck
all.
like wasn't on fire.
I
That
feel
kind
like
of
there's more
looks
fire.
new. Yeah, I mean, like more fire and smoke. Okay.
So that's interesting.
Okay. Motor Lodge versus a motel. Literally don't remember seeing anybody here at all. I don't even know what this is.
No, I don't. That was part of what I had been saying, and we didn't pay super close attention at COD Next, to be fair, but I felt like there was more to the map that they simply did not get to. Or
That's
not,
what I
at least
kept
the
saying
people
too.
we
It
had
felt
been
too
watching.
small, right?
Yeah, yes.
Mm-hmm.
So this is good to get a look at for us, and maybe those of you who only watched what we covered. Because, yeah, I don't remember seeing this motel literally at all.
Yeah. Comic store.
And it looks fine. So
does the signage on this comic store look different, or was it like that before on the outside?
I
Dope
wouldn't
signage.
remember.
I like it. It's that classic
yeah.
comic font. I like it.
Yeah, that's that. Yeah, it is. So anyway, that's
inside
that.
looks the same, but so even like on the bottom,
looks the same.
second from the right image, all the purple and stuff in the sky now. I don't know if that's all new. That doesn't look familiar, or if it's because I don't know. There's some event going on at the time that screenshot was taken. I'm not sure, but like the skybox does look different.
Yeah, a little darker, almost like a gray filter, I would say.
Yeah, that's what you say.
So next is Fuller's Liberty Lanes, which is, I guess, a bowling alley. Again,
this is
don't
cool.
remember seeing this at all.
No,
COD Next.
I remember seeing this. People were in there fighting zombies. I was like, oh, it's cute. It's a cute little place to fight them in there.
What I remember of it is that it looked exactly like we're seeing now.
Yeah.
Which is what I just said. So next is Savings and Loan.
Okay.
Yeah, the atmosphere is like, so this might be an improved atmosphere, and that's great. It pales in comparison to Terminus, though. I am much more excited for Terminus Island than this map.
Yeah.
It just is not.
Unfortunately. Yep.
It's not tickling me, you know?
It kind of just seems like it's going to be too small.
Yeah.
Like it almost doesn't like I was expecting like an entire town. This feels like 2 streets worth of a town.
Residential areas, right?
This is kind of It doesn't seem. It just seems like half of the map is missing to me.
Yeah, I agree.
Like I feel like they could have made the map
like houses,
made the
like
map
a cul-de-sac or
larger,
something.
but still like made it easy, the more casual friendly one. And the purple cloud on the map is new, yeah, which we said.
Yes. Which is what we said, yeah.
That's why I'm
Next is
telling you
Holy
guys
Falls
again.
Church. I do remember seeing this, and it did look cool inside.
Yeah.
And it looks about the same here.
Yeah, that I feel like was like it, because I remember them going in there and I said something about that.
Yeah, that looked cool. So next is the Alamo, which is...
the Banks rooftop, where the last surviving members of Project Janus response team made their last stand. You'll find everything you need here. Oh. Yeah, so it's showing
like
on the roof
base.
crafting and whatnot, and then it has zip lines going off. Yeah, I like that. Oh, a lot of zip lines. Wow. There's at
Being able to
least
camp a
2
rooftop
vertical
in zombies
zips and a couple
is dope.
horizontal zips.
I'm seeing at least
Yeah,
2
how do the zombies get up
horizontals.
to it?
I wonder if zombies can rappel. Probably not, right?
I sure hope not. They can jump though, so I'm not sure how that all works.
Yeah.
But okay,
I
that's
don't know.
looking cool. I like this. Kind of like one central hub for all of your little things, your upgrades, mystery box, stuff like that.
And that would be in line with what they have been saying, which is that this is the more new player friendly map. If you want a map to be new player friendly, a really good thing to do is put every single upgrade station the player needs in one spot. So
True.
like it's a lot easier if your armor crafting thing and your pack a punch and whatever else, your perk whatever your soda machine are all in the same spot. That's way more new player friendly than what I expect Terminus Island to be, and maybe others, which is that these are going to be in like separate areas. So if you want to pack your gun, you're going to have to actually move your character.
Yeah.
So that's cool. That's a smart like design choice, I think. Particularly putting on a rooftop makes it even easier. You have elevation on a lot of zombies, and by the time they get to you, they are on a flat roof with very little cover. So it's going to be really easy to gun zombies down on this roof.
Mm-hmm.
So that's cool. I like that.
Yeah, it's a cool roof. I like
for
it.
New players. But let me be clear, I am not nearly as excited for this map as I am for Terminus Island. And it makes me wonder what map 3 is going to look like. Both literally and also in terms of their kind of design strategy. Like, is it going to be for like the hardcore super sweats? Or is it going to be another like new player friendly map like this? Or is it going to be somewhere in the middle? Because even though they said they've ramped up the moodier atmosphere or whatever they said, it's still not remotely close to as like creepy as Terminus Island is.
Yeah.
Like not even remotely close. So either way, it'll be fine. But yeah, that's that. So now the nitty and also the gritty, which I hit. Augments overview. Equip augments to your Perca-Colas, ammo mods, and field upgrades to modify their performance. So here we go. Here's the recap. Augments are unlockable gameplay advantages you can apply to every Perca-Cola, ammo mod, and field upgrade in the game. And more yapping. There are 108 augments available to unlock and equip at the game's launch. 48 for perks. So there are 8 perks, each with 6 augments. 5 ammo mods, each with 6 augments. And then 5 field upgrades, again, each with 6 augments. Now, as a reminder, and they might go into it, but I won't read it if they do. So let's say you're looking at the cryo whatever ammo mod. That has 6 augments that you can unlock, but you're only able to equip 2 to that ammo mod at any given time. 1 of 3 minor augments in conjunction with 1 of 3 major augments for a total of 2. And we'll get into some examples right now, but again, that's how that system works. So here's the next section, researching and choosing augments. This was one of the very big questions Tanner and I have had for a very long time, and we now have a definitive answer. The way this works, they'll probably just say it. The key to unlocking the full potential of your loadouts is augment research. This unlocks at player level 11. Once you research and unlock individual augments, they can be chosen before the start of a match for each individual perk, ammo mod, or field upgrade. And they should have used the word "and" field upgrade, because you can always equip 2 augments for each and every single one of those things. The limitation is not on what individual perks, ammo mods, and field upgrades you can equip augments to. The limitation is on how many augments you can equip per individual ammo mod, field upgrade, or perk. So to start researching an augment, simply select which item you'd like to research in the menu and start earning XP in-game to make progress toward unlocking the augment. So that's how that works. Before you start the match, you will be at the main menu, and one of those menus is called research, and you are going to have to pick only 1 perk or ammo mod or field upgrade to start quote unquote researching. And what that does is, once you've toggled that, as you're in game, you will start unlocking up to all 6 augments for that perk, ammo mod, or field upgrade. So it's kind of like leveling up a gun in multiplayer. Assuming you're only using 1 gun for a whole multiplayer match, AK-47. You equip the AK-47, then you play a match. As you get kills with it and earn XP, you unlock more and more weapon attachments for the AK-47. However, even though you can unlock 30 attachments for the AK-47 by getting it to max level, that doesn't mean you can equip 30 attachments on your AK-47 at the same time. think of the augment system in the same way. You unlock all of them, but you can't use all of them at any one time. So I like this. It's cool, but also another thing I had thought of in the meantime from our last episode until now is, let's say I've unlocked 5 out of 6 augments for the energy mine. That's kind of annoying because I want to unlock the 6th augment. So I'm going to choose to research the energy mine. And then on round 7, I will have unlocked it. And now what? Am I not researching anything anymore? Or does it auto start researching something else for me? I don't know how that works, but that bothers me. Or it might also be possible, or maybe it'll become possible post-launch, that you can change what you're researching mid-match. But if not, that's kind of annoying, although not the end of the world. But I thought I'd point it out.
Yeah.
So anyway,
it auto starts the next one.
It auto starts the next one. Got it. Okay. So there you go. Okay, yeah. So they say a lot more words that we don't really need to talk about. So, Perca-Colas and Augments is the next section. Currency to access Perca-Colas is essence. So you spend essence in game to unlock perks.
Yeah.
So this is a recap. Don't need to go into this.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. So here's when it starts talking about the perks. It talks about some augments. Some specific augments.
Okay. And we've gone over all the perks at some point.
Yeah, we don't need to go over
Juggernog,
those.
Quick Res, yeah, whatever. Okay, so Perca-Cola augments Juggernog, increases maximum health. Okay, so now it goes into every single augment, starting with the Juggernog. So this is the perk that increases your health total. It has 3 major and 3 minor augments. For this first one, I'm going to read all of them just so you guys can get a sense for what augments are like for perks. So the major augments, you'll be able to choose one of these 3. Probiotic slightly increases max health when you get Juggernog. Turtle Shell, armor acts as a shield on your back, completely absorbing damage to your back. There's no damage mitigation when you're hit from the front.
That seems insane.
Well, let's see. Or reactive armor. When an armor plate breaks, nearby normal enemies are stunned for a short time.
That's good too.
That's good too. And then here are the minor augments. Retaliation, deal bonus damage while your health is low. Ass. Hardened plates, armor plates have more damage mitigation. And then durable plates, slightly increase armor durability. So, yeah, this is one thing we had talked about very early on when some of these had leaked, or they had just been shown through like one of their little teaser videos.
Yeah, I think that's what it was.
The choices here are pretty obvious, honestly. In terms of major augments, anyway, there's the increased max health. There's you stun when a plate breaks, or you don't take any damage from your back. Huh?
Yeah, so this seems
who's
so...
not picking Turtle Shell?
Yeah, okay, so this seems so good that I'm almost wondering if the way it's worded or something, it's not... I don't know, like we're almost missing something because it seems so much better. Why would you not take that? Why would you not take that?
Yeah.
So,
exactly.
Armor acts as a shield on your back, completely absorbing damage to your back. No damage mitigation when hit from the front. Yeah, I don't... Because I was thinking maybe because it says armor acts as a shield on your back and they're talking about armor. So it's like... I was thinking maybe... Oh, I don't know. If you have to have armor plates and then also maybe it breaks the armor, but you don't end up taking damage or something. Maybe
Yeah,
that's possibly that's what it means. It certainly doesn't seem that way, but otherwise it just seems entirely too good. So maybe your armor cracks, but you never end up taking damage. So then you can be like, you have no armor, so the guys from the front could be hitting you as well, and then you're lower health at that point because you don't have the armor on you. I don't know. Probably not, but it just seems so good that it doesn't make sense to me.
What it seems like to me is that as long as you have Juggernog, obviously, and any plates on your character, if you get hit from behind, they will not damage you in any way, whether your armor or your main health. That's what it seems like to me. But Yeah, maybe it works some other way, but if I'm understanding it correctly, it is so much better than the other two that I'm auto picking it. So that's kind of, I think that theme of like, oh, one of these is not like the other is going to continue for a lot of these.
Yeah.
But there's like one example. And then the minor augments deal bonus damage while health is low. I'm never taking this. You never want to be low health. So this is not good at all. Hardened plates, armor plates have more damage mitigation. So if you have plates equipped, you take less total damage when you get hit. That's interesting. I wonder how much damage mitigation. And then durable plates slightly increases armor durability. So you have more armor. So to me, if Turtle Shell works the way I think it does, I'm absolutely taking durable plates. Because the more plate health I have, the longer I'm immune from damage at 180 degree radius at all times, longer. So, like, it's just a wombo combo, obvious insta pick. Unless I'm misunderstanding something, or unless the damage mitigation the other minor augment gives you is substantial.
Yeah.
Like 50%, which it probably won't be. So, yeah. Cool concept, but they have to execute. And so far, unless I'm misunderstanding, they have not. So next one is Stamina Up, increased movement speed. I kind of do want to go through most of these, honestly. I don't know if I want to read them all. I don't know. What do you think? How did we do this?
Yeah, just read them so we don't have to talk about all of them that long.
Yeah. Okay, so the major augments for Stamina Up. Become immune to fall damage, increase tack sprint duration, or walk faster while aiming. And then the minors, while tack sprinting, projectile damage is reduced. Okay. Use equipment while sprinting, or gain a speed boost after your equipment kills an enemy. Okay, so these are more interesting.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Especially for the major augment.
For the major augment, I want to say I'm taking walk faster while aiming.
That's what I'm thinking too.
But I feel like a lot of times you don't really ADS nearly as often in zombies as you do in...
You're constantly ADS, especially if you're on controller because it's aimbot, so you definitely ADS.
Oh, that's true.
You absolutely ADS. Constantly.
Well, your hip fire is really sticky to controller, but yeah.
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 The spread.
Increased attack sprint duration, I don't see a huge benefit.
That's a no for me.
Zombies.
Yeah, but and free faller, I think it kind of depends on the map. So like maybe Terminus,
True.
You want no fall damage because like if you're up on those big metal railings, you can literally just jump over and then you're fine. Just fall 40 feet down and you won't take fall damage at all. That could be huge, but somewhere like Liberty Falls, I can't see that being super useful. It'll probably be very map dependent. Whereas walk faster while aiming will always be good on any map.
That's always good. Yeah.
So probably Stalker,
so
but definitely a little more balanced.
Yeah. And then the minors, I think, are pretty balanced too, because they're all kind of bad. While tack sprinting projectile damage is reduced, not many zombies are eating things at me. Use equipment while sprinting, I'd probably take that. But again, like, that just feels awkward. So
yeah,
I don't know, what I'm doing. And then gain a speed boost after your equipment kills an enemy.
That
seems really terrible. Yeah. So anyway, next one, Speed Cola. Reload weapons and replate armor faster. Did it always do the plate faster, or did it do it in Cold War? I don't know. That's cool though. So the majors. Field upgrades recharge a bit faster. Reload speed is even faster. And weapon mags are slowly refilled over time. Okay, that's pretty compelling. I kind of like all of them, but I mostly like even faster reload. Or the weapon mags are slowly refilled over time. That I think might also depend on the map. So like on Liberty Falls, if there's also like an ammo refill thing on that roof, that's probably not the augment because you're going to be able to get ammo so easily. That's fine. But maybe on Terminus Island, refilling your ammo is quite annoying and you will run out fairly often. So then I would take that instead of the even faster reload speed. So this is kind of an interesting one. And then the minors are the mystery box settles much faster. That's actually a good little augment. I like that. Swap weapons faster or deploy equipment faster.
Interesting.
So these are all good.
Yeah, I'm
Well,
thinking swap weapons faster.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I don't know. Swap weapons faster or deploy equipment faster. That's like amped. From the OGs will know. So, interesting. Next one is Deadshot's Dakri. Drink to improve ADS precision and increase critical damage. So that's basically headshot damage, but goofy monsters maybe have different headshot locations. I'm 95% sure that's what that means. What ADS precision means, I've never known, because I think it's like a controller only thing. I'm not kidding.
I think it is. I think it's just like aimbots to their head.
Yeah, something like that. So that's cool. So anyway, here are the majors. Further increase it in critical damage. Okay. Deal double critical damage if an enemy is at full health. That sounds really good. And then, especially for those like boss zombies with big heads, you're doing even more damage when you headshot them when like you first see them. So you kill them a lot faster, probably. That's really good. And then the other one, crits have a chance of adding a bullet to your magazine. That might depend on the gun you have. If I'm like using a belt-fed light machine gun that has like a 400 round mag because I pack-a-punched it, adding a bullet to your mag or a chance to every time you shoot some zombie's stupid head, it's like a lot more ammo and a lot less time you're going to need to reload, which will be slow on large mag weapons. So that's kind of interesting. Then the minors increase damage to armor pieces, reduced hip fire spread. That's cute. Or reduce gun movement while performing advanced movement. So that's terrible. Probably taking the first one, honestly. But there you go.
Yeah, reduced hip fire spread might not be terrible. Yeah, those all kind of suck.
Yeah.
They really all suck, actually, yeah. I don't even know what I'd take. Probably just the hip fire, actually.
Yeah, I think, yeah, maybe. I think, again, it depends on the gun you have, too. And it depends on the enemy types. Like, how many enemies will have
Exactly.
armor?
Not that many.
If it's a lot, then that becomes way better. But if it's not that many, then it's kind of ass. So, yeah. Quick revive. Recover health and revive allies faster. Here are the majors. Reviving an ally allows them to keep all of their perks on their bleed out bar. Okay. Killing an enemy while downed will revive you and remove quick revive. This can be done up to 3 times. Okay. That seems terrible because zombies have a lot of health by the time you're in danger of getting down to them. So you're never going to down them or kill them while you're downed. On lethal damage, become immune to all damage for 2 seconds and keep 1 HP. Quick revive is removed on use. Oh. That seems pretty nasty.
On lethal damage,
Especially
become immune to all damage for 2 seconds and keep 1 health.
Quick revive is removed on use. So instead of going down, you just become immune but lose this perk. You lose your self-res, but then you just go buy another one. Because that doesn't have a limit. That seems pretty gross depending on where you're playing. Like if you're playing by that perk machine, you know? That's interesting.
EMT is really good. Like saving all of your teammates' perks. That's really, really strong.
That's true.
I would be so happy if my teammate rezzed me who was using that.
That's the thing, is like, yeah, that's the thing. So anyway, I don't know. This might be where like the mixing and matching comes into play. Like you have one guy who's the designated healer.
Of course. That's how
he's running EMT. And then he's also the one running the heal field upgrade or whatever. Mm-hmm. So there might be even more augments for other perks where like you can slot into a niche like that. So like the girl on your squad, she's going to be the healer, right? You guys don't play with girls. You don't know any. So anyways, never mind. Minor augments. Reviving an ally increases both of your movement speeds for a short time. That's pretty goated, actually. Reviving an ally heals you to full health. That's giga terrible. And then increase your time in last stand. That's miles better than the other two. Miles better. So I'm taking that. Next one. Elemental Pop. Attacks can trigger random ammo mods. I don't know how this interacts when you have an actual ammo mod equipped, by the way. I never remember.
I don't either.
So anyway, whatever. Here are the majors. If a weapon has an ammo mod applied, elemental pop will only activate that one.
Okay.
So you just are like
So
doubling
you pick
your
whichever
chance.
one you want, and then it's only going to use that one versus the other random elemental pops.
Right. But if that didn't increase the chance of it triggering, there would be no reason to pick the augment then. Because then you just want the ammo mod only and no perk at all. So that is interesting. If it doesn't work that way, it's really dumb. So anyway, I don't know. The next one, enemies that hit you have a chance to trigger a random ammo mod. Okay, that's terrible. Reloading creates an electric damage discharge that damages and stuns nearby normal enemies. The emptier the mag, the stronger the damage. That seems really nasty. Because when are you most vulnerable? While reloading.
Yeah.
And when are you going to be reloading, by the way? When your mag is totally
That's
dry.
what I was. Yeah, you're usually
Like-
especially in zombies, unless you're using like a massive LMG that's say like you said, like 400 rounds and you're reloading at 30. It's like you're going to be reloading with like no ammo most of the time. So that's
Yeah.
pretty strong.
Yeah. And then here are the minors. Slightly increase enemy elemental weakness damage. What? Equipment can also trigger a random ammo mod and slightly reduce all ammo mod cooldowns. Probably taking the reduced cooldown, honestly. But those all seem meh. So anyway, next one. PhD Flopper. Explosive dive to prone and immunity to self-inflicted explosive damage. Okay. So major augments. Just falling from heights creates explosions. So here's some of that synergy they were talking about. This with the other augment that makes you immune to fall damage. That's a giga combo. So that's neat. That's cool. Next one. Tac Sprint knocks down and damages base zombies. That's also insane. And here's another synergy. Taking the unlimited or longer whatever Tac Sprint augment. That's another giga combo.
Okay, wait.
There are lots of base zombies.
But with the augments, how many are we allowed to take? You don't get one augment for every perk, right? Or can't you only
get
go
two
into a
augments
match?
for every perk.
So you can go into a match with 2 augments on every single perk. I thought you
Correct.
were stuck at like 3 or 4 total or something that you could choose from.
That is not my understanding. No. My
okay.
understanding is that you equip one major and one minor to every single thing you can in the pregame lobby, and then they'll all be applied insofar as you have that whatever field upgrade or perk or ammo mod equipped. That's my understanding. It would be really cringe if it did not work that way.
Well, it just
then
seems
all
more
these cool
balanced because this
synergies would
almost seems like incredibly easy. But yeah, okay.
Yeah, it does seem kind of easy, but I guess, we don't really know yet because, anyway. So that's another cool synergy again. And then here's the other one. Sliding into enemies triggers explosions. So I'm definitely not taking that one there.
What do you mean? I thought that one
sure
sounded
taking
really good. Sliding into enemy triggers an explosion. You can literally just kill them. I mean, that sounds better to
it
me
depends
than
on
the
explosion, I guess.
than the tactical sprint knocks down and damages base zombies. Because once you get like past like round 30, how many of the zombies are just base zombies? A lot of them have changed at that point. So that one sounds very good early on and then bad later. I think sliding in it would be very, very good.
I remember there being a lot of base zombies even late.
Maybe,
also,
but
like,
you're
more
not.
elite
It's not
ones.
like you're killing them. They're gonna have so much health that it's like, okay, you knock them down. I don't know. Maybe it would be good.
What I'm thinking is most of the time you die in zombies, it's because you get trapped and literally can't
Yeah,
move.
that's true. So you can just like run out of a corner, run
so you
into
can
them.
just like run through them. Exactly.
Yeah.
But the thing about sliding into them triggering explosions, the reason I'm saying that's bad is because I don't want to be near them. Like, I want to be shooting them from as far away as I can,
You also
So, like,
need
I
some
don't wanna-
speed to slide first. So it's not like
That's true,
if you're
too.
caught in a corner, you can't just immediately slide out of it.
You can't
Really.
just slide from stand. Yeah, that's true too. So anyway, here are the minor ones. Become immune to environmental damage while sliding. Terrible. Slightly reduce height and distance requirements for explosions. That's good. And again, that pairs with the falling from heights one. And then sliding distance and speed are increased. That's really good too. So here you can see a lot where they're trying to like create synergies, both within the major versus minor augment of this individual perk, but also across other perks augments. So this is actually starting to unfold. It's really cool. Melee Macchiato, replace gun butt with a deadly punch. Majors. All melee attacks are faster. Melee attacks heal a small amount of your health. Your punch can hit multiple enemies at once. And then here are the minors. Backpedal speed is increased after a successful melee. Your punch can one-hit kill normal enemies for longer, meaning into later and later rounds, I'm assuming. And then melee kills reload a portion of your held weapon. That seems the best to me, by far. But
yeah,
I don't know. I'm not trying to get close to zombies, so like the whole perk, I don't really like, frankly. I'll get it, but you know.
Yeah. Yeah, none of those are very good at all. Not a big fan of this perk, to be honest.
Yeah, it's just like, yeah, I don't want to be meleeing things.
It's like a very
like,
last
especially
resort
later
thing.
rounds. Yeah, exactly. So those are the perks. You know what? To be fair, I think there are some choices to be made. It's not quite as trivial as I was worried about. Like Juggernog was not the best, first example they showed, in my opinion. Because a lot of these, like I can see an argument for multiple different augments. And again, it does depend on, you can create some cool synergies. So it depends on what else you want to run,
Yeah.
So it's pretty cool. So next is ammo mods. So there are 5 ammo mods. Currency to access them is salvage. So
Okay, yeah.
yes.
So for like ammo mods, I don't think there's any point in reading all these. It's going to be an ammo mod, right?
Yeah, okay, that's fine. Yeah.
I think the perks were by far the most interesting to talk about.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are these perks are cool though. So basically like you're going to have to spend time though researching which augments you want from the perk basically. So you're going to have to spend time playing to get more research completed so you can use these augments, correct? That's how this works?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds cool.
Yeah.
I like it.
And there will be a lot of replayability because you have to unlock the augments before you can equip them.
Yeah.
And it's for each and every one of these things. So
Yep.
I'm going to skim this ammo mod thing. We will not be reading all of these, but if something looks like particularly gross, I do want to kind of point it out. Like brain rot can charm elite enemies. That's good. But yeah. Cryo freeze. Cryo freeze can slow elite enemies. That's good. Dead wire. Oh, and some of these ammo mods are locked, by the way. Like, you don't unlock Napalm Burst until player level 6. That's interesting.
Yeah.
So hold on.
Brain rot is level 27.
Okay. So ammo mods are obtained in-game via a purchase at the Arsenal machine using salvage. So it just won't let me buy brain rot if I'm not level 27, even if I have enough salvage. That's kind of weird. But okay, whatever.
Yeah,
That's
is that how that would
strange,
work?
but-
That would be weird being like level
Isn't that
locked
strange?
in game.
Yeah.
But maybe it won't. Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Or maybe this just
So-
means you can't just make a custom one until then. I don't know. Because you can probably still buy them in game, but it's like maybe you can't use
how
the
else-
augments
that's
and
the
all
only way
this.
you-
I don't know.
Oh, maybe you just can't start researching them until you're those player levels. That could be it. That could be it. You're right. Yeah, maybe. So anyway, I do want to read Shadow Rift though, because this is a new ammo mod. So this is unlocked at player level 44. Bullets deal shadow damage. Each bullet has a chance to spawn a black hole on a normal or special enemy, warping away those nearby and dropping some from the air at lethal speed. The major augments, the Shadow Rifts can activate on elite enemies.
That's good.
Warp one enemy that deals shadow damage to others. I don't even know what that means. Enemies that are dropped from portals will explode on contact with the ground. None of
Oh, they
those
do
seem that
explosive
crazy.
damage. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, I think the Shadow Rift activating on elite enemies would be the best. So you have a chance to do this, because otherwise it's just going to be base. So I'd rather have the chance to do that.
I agree. Yeah. And then the minors are the Shadow Rift cooldowns reduced, so it can trigger more often. Dropped enemies will fall on other enemies. So again, the synergy with the dropping explodes is obvious. And then the last one is the Singularity's lethal radius is increased and can kill more enemies. So I'm probably taking the cooldown reduction and then being able to trigger it on elites. Yeah.
Dropped enemies will fall on other enemies could be really good too, actually.
True.
Yeah.
That with explosive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good too. So. And then the next one.
Infamous 1X. Thanks for the 200 bits. Wow, somebody gave us bits. Woo! So it works. It does in fact work. The overlay still works. We wouldn't know it's our first time getting bits in weeks, so thanks, Infamous 1X.
Our first time ever receiving bits. Thank you very much to that Twitch chatter whose name I definitely heard. Who was it?
Infamous 1X.
Oh.
First time chatter.
Infamous. Thank you, big dog. He's been in my stream billions of times.
Really?
Thank you, sir, for the 200 bits. All right, moving on. Field, upgrades, and augments. Mastery badges available for this equipment type is the first sentence. What does that mean? I don't know what that sentence means. So anyway, field
Mastery
upgrades are
badges
selected.
available for this equipment type?
What is that?
Are you saying like you like a mastery like you can get like a mastery emblem or something for this? Like I don't even know.
Yeah, I don't know. So anyway, field upgrades are selected prior to a match within your loadout menu. During a match, you can also swap to a different one at any time using the in-game menu. Note that your cooldown will reset upon switching to a different field upgrade. So that's one of the new features, is that you can switch mid-game, which is cool. At launch, expect these: Aether Shroud, Frenzied Guard, Healing Aura, Energy Mine, and Dark Flare. So a lot of these we've seen before. The ones we have not seen before, I'm going to read. Or the ones I don't remember, I'm also going to read. Aether Shroud. May or may not have been in Cold War, I don't remember. Phase into the Dark Aether and become temporarily hidden from enemy direction. That's pretty cool. Some of the augments, you can cloak nearby players as well. You can warp forward a short distance, killing all normal enemies in your path. And then you can swap to your dedicated melee weapon as it's imbued with Dark Aether energy.
Oh,
Kills allow you to stay in Dark Aether Shroud for longer. That's kind of neat. So that with Melee Macchiato? Oh, wait, that wouldn't matter, would it? I don't think it would matter. But that's kind of cool. You can go into the darkness and just start stabbing people like you're in a London alley. Minor augments. Activation instantly reloads your currently held weapon. Increased charge, max charges by 1. That's probably the way to go. And then Aether Shroud duration is significantly increased. So it's one of the new ones and or ones I don't remember. So there you go.
This was already in the game. Aether Shroud, that was in the game.
I've received that comm.
I think.
Which is what I said, but I just wanted to remind you guys because I knew most of you forgot. Dark Flare. Generate an energy beam that deals lethal shadow damage and penetrates everything in its path.
Penetrate this.
Got it. So does this mean a beam that like shoots forward or like comes down vertically from the sky? No one knows.
I'm thinking from the sky, I'll be honest. Maybe it'll tell us.
Oh wait, no, look at the icon. It's horizontal. Look
horizontal,
at the icon.
yeah. It's not from the sky.
Yeah,
That's
which is what you said.
Uh-huh.
So that's cool. Let's read the augment since this is a new one. Significantly increased duration. The beam is replaced with a sphere that I don't know why I did that. That damages nearby enemies as it travels. The ball detonates at the end of the duration. Okay. And then the beam heals and revives other players on contact. So of those three, I would need to test the sphere. Because how much better is it than the beam? You know what I mean?
Yeah. I don't know.
Otherwise, it is the significantly
It sounds a lot
increased
better.
Duration. Yeah, it must be better.
I would
because
assume
you're
it's
taking an augment
massive,
slot for
yeah.
it. Yeah, so that'll be interesting. And then the minor augments significantly increases the size of the beam. So here's a question. What if I equipped that with the beam being replaced by a sphere? Would it just not do anything? Would it disallow me from doing that? Or would it significantly increase the size of the sphere
I'm thinking
instead?
it would. Yeah, I'm thinking it would significantly increase the size of it still.
That would be pretty bonkers, maybe.
Yeah.
The beam slows enemies on contact is another augment. Okay, and then increase max charges by 1. I feel like this increase max charges by 1 is a minor augment for all of these, by the way. And that's a very compelling augment for any field upgrade.
Yeah.
You can use it double the times. That's pretty good. So, interesting. There you go. That was the only new one, so that's the only one I think we're going to go into any major detail on. The other one, Frenzied Guard, Healing Aura.
I do want to know what the
Mine.
augments are for Healing Aura, though, since like that one we're very familiar with.
It's one of our staples, yeah. So the majors are all affected players have their health regen delay reduced and their rate of healing increased temporarily. Next one, the beams and their healing effects persist for a short time after leaving the area of effect. And then revived players keep all perks on their bleed out bar. So the base perk, by the way, heals all nearby players immediately. So what I'm not understanding is why is revived players keep all perks on their bleed out bar an augment when this does not revive players? What does this mean? Maybe it's a minor. Let's see. Affected player damage is slightly increased for a short time. Healed players have damage slightly mitigated for a short time. Or on activation, special and elite enemies are stunned while normal enemies are knocked down.
No, in Cold War, didn't Healing Aura res your enemies once you upgraded it or whatever?
It certainly didn't res your enemies. It also didn't res your friends.
Yes, it did. That's literally what they're saying in chat. It did, because you would say it like, when you at the higher levels and somebody get down, you'd be like, hit your healing aura and it'll get you up.
Upgrades.
That's what I'm saying. So there's probably still some sort of upgrade system maybe for this. I don't know, because it has to work that way. There's no way it doesn't. They obviously just left that out.
That's what it seems like, but it didn't say that. Because like it says it heals all nearby players immediately. That's all it says. And then I just read all the augments.
Maybe by that they just mean when you're down, it's technically still healing you and resing you. I don't know, but it's got to res people. Otherwise that does not make sense. So, okay.
Yeah. So it probably does res them by default then. That would be my guess. So,
okay.
Yeah. Anyway, those are those. And then, Energy Mine is the last one. So we're missing one of the fan favorites, at least early on in Cold War, was the Ring of Fire, which is not in this game.
Oh, yeah. I thought we already heard about Ring of Fire in during COD Next or something. Did we not?
Fuck no.
Oh, that's too bad, man. That was a popular,
that was a popular
upgrade.
one.
Wow. That's crazy, man. I guess we've gotten Dark Flare for it instead, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's too bad. I wonder, though, how many of these they'll add into the game's life cycle.
That's what I'm thinking, because it feels like the number of perks I'm fine with, the number of ammo mods I'm fine with, but 5 field upgrades a little light.
They'll be adding them. It's confirmed. It's official. They will be adding field upgrades.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. For sure. So
Season 1 will probably get Ring of Fire or something like that.
That's still, this is plenty of content for me, on launch.
We're also getting a whole new map in Season 1, so yeah.
Yeah. So, next is, I'm almost certain that's not true, Emmy. They added field upgrades during that game. I'm like 90% sure. Anyways, round-based zombies, match prep. The zombies loadout updated. So we get a little screenshot here of the create a class for zombies. So you have a weapon slot. So you don't have a primary and secondary. You only have one slot. You can pick a primary or a secondary, but it's just one, not two. Your secondary weapon is a dedicated melee, I'm almost positive. This person has chosen a baseball bat. Okay. Your field upgrade, your tactical, your lethal, and then your GobbleGum pack, which is 5 GobbleGums. So there you go.
GobbleGum. So you get a primary weapon. That's cool.
So you get a weapon, which again can be, primary or secondary. And then also a melee weapon. And then the field upgrade, tactical, lethal, and then GobbleGum packs. Pick a single pack to bring with you, with each pack containing 5 different types of single-use GobbleGums. During a match, you access these via a special confectionery machine that holds each gobblegum in your pack. Oh, okay. And spits out one randomly once you interact with it. I've received that communication. I was very confused on how that all worked. That makes sense. So you pick the gobblegums that you can not actually use right away. You have to go still buy one, and then you get a random one of the 5 you've chosen. Got it. Okay. So they also have a couple notes. Weapon detail note. Yeah, they forgot to do a hyperlink. You do have additional space to carry a second non-melee weapon, but you can't just load in with 2. So that's another little note. And then here's the mastery badges note. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to read this. Almost every weapon and equipment in your loadout have their own medal challenge with associated XP reward. And all individual equipment items have a specific set of mastery badge challenges to complete. Consult the Launch Comms progression blog for more intel.
Wow. Yeah.
So that's cool, I guess.
Yeah. More little things to grind for the nerds. I like it.
Yeah, that's dope. Loadout overview. 7 tacticals. So your loadout allows you to choose from one of 5 tacticals, providing you've unlocked them by leveling up your player. Tacticals could also be constructed in a game at a crafting table. 2 additional tacticals are only accessible via in-game ground loot in the crafting table, so that you can't load in with a symbol monkey, for example.
That's too bad.
So here are the tacticals: concussion, smoke, stim, decoy, shock charge, symbol monkey, and LT-53 Kaz Emir.
Okay.
Which looks like a... I don't know what that looks like, actually. I'll be honest with you.
It might create a small singularity that pulls in and kills enemies.
I think that is what it is.
It might like suck them in and then explode them out. That's kind of what I'm thinking.
Okay. Yep.
That would make sense based on its look.
Okay. Got it. Yeah. So that's been described. And then also,
I'm gonna use smokes and zombies, man. Create a little smoke field for us to get away.
Wait, why did they like mix these up? These are annoying.
What do you mean?
Never mind. It didn't. It's fine. No, you're right. Yeah, it's fine. Okay. And then here are the lethals. So we have frags, stickies, C4s, thermos, impacts, mollies, blast traps, and combat axes. And you can actually load in with any of these. So that's cool. Provided you're the correct level. And really nothing to say on any of this. So there you go. Support equipment, score streaks, armor, self-res. Mastery badges are available for this equipment type. That is something to grind for, dude. Like, there's going to be a challenge that's like kill 100 billion zombies with the RCXD or whatever.
Yeah.
And some nerd is going to be grinding that. So, yeah.
Maybe they might even, because they already talked about 100%er calling cards. So this might be something like, yeah, you're going to have to do every single one of these challenges to unlock the 100%er for zombies.
True.
Nerds. Wonder who's going to be the first person in the world to get a 100%er calling card on Zoms.
I can tell you who it won't be,
Read Boy.
That will be Read Boy. It will not be Read Boy. Yeah. So, anyways, here we go. So here are the available kill streaks, basically, or support equipment, they call it. Armor plates, the Arc XD. So it's like an RCXD, but it does like Dark Aether damage instead of an explosion like in multiplayer.
Yeah.
Yeah. The LDBR, and I will read about that in a second, the Hellstorm. So the LDBR is you launch a missile bombardment in a targeted area for a duration. So it's like a cluster.
That's cool.
Strike.
Yeah.
So that's cool.
It's a good one for zombies.
Yeah. And then the support equipment. So why is that not support equipment when a sentry turret is support equipment? I don't understand this at all, but whatever. Here we go. Sentry turret, mangler cannon, chopper gunner, and mutant injection. So only one I have a question on is mangler cannon. All the ballistic power of a mangler at your fingertips is the... Oh, it's a minigun. It's like a minigun.
Nope, that's
like
chopper gunner.
No. Like a juggernaut minigun. That's what the mangler cannon is. You equip it yourself on your little player character.
Yeah, and it's like a cannon that fires like a big blast or something though. It's not like a minigun type gun. Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're right. I see. Yeah, you can see it in the screenshot there. You fire.
It's the cannon that the manglers use.
Yeah, got it. And then the GobbleGums, I'm not reading almost any of this.
No, we're not reading any of them.
There are 100 billion. You can get them and use them.
You can buy them too. They already talked about that. You're going to be able to purchase them in the store.
So I guess you have to have it equipped before you can like purchase it in game though.
Yeah.
Oh, you meant you can purchase them in the
Call of Duty store for real money. Yes, yeah, you can give them real money and you get GobbleGums in zombies.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's how that works. Okay. Additional access, operators, intel, and also more in addition to that. Okay, hold on. Let me do a little skim here.
Talking about the global weapon builds, that also works for zombies.
Yeah.
Which is not what I want, by the way. Because I'm not going to build my gun the same in zombies as I am multiplayer.
Yeah, true. Okay, so the operators menu allows you to choose from every BO6 operator, though the opposing factions present in multiplayer are not as critically important when facing horrific dimensional breaches. Therefore, expect a single operator menu with dedicated crew members flagged. You are encouraged to play as one of these 4 characters in zombies for an enhanced story experience and unique content.
Yeah, I'll be doing that. I'll be the crew.
So that's what you will want to be doing. Yeah, you get it. It's pretty obvious. And they're like the first 4. So that's cool. And it's very likely that to do some or all Easter eggs, you will have to have a dedicated crew operator selected. So that's pretty cool. Barracks. So there are challenges. There's other stuff. Oh, this is cool. Zombie Intel is like one of the little menus. And in this, you can view the audio logs, documents, and artifacts you've discovered during your exploration of each zombie's map. Have you found everything? Do you need to listen or read intel again for clues to the storyline? Then this is the menu to come to. This is very cool. I like this a lot. And that makes it a lot easier to like,
I feel like that already existed in Cold War. Yeah. It's one of those logs where a lot of games have logs like this. Nobody goes back and looks at them. Like Grand Theft Auto games, Red Dead Redemption have
most
logs
people
like this, but
a lot of zombies players are giga nerds.
That's
like
true.
That,
yeah, they would probably like it. Yeah, I don't know if this is new or not, but it's okay.
Yeah, yeah, that's a good point. I wouldn't know because that's not something I'm into. So anyway, and that's it. So yeah, like we said, oodles of information in this.
Too much.
And obviously we did not go over everything. We did go through all the augments for the perks, but not for the ammo mods or the field upgrades. But based on what we did go through, I'm liking the augment system, man. There's going to be a lot to grind for, but it's also not going to be as overpowered as Cold War, where once you unlock everything, you just get everything. There's no like picking and choosing, which I think is quite cool, actually. And I do think, again, like I had talked about, there's not only going to be, so there's going to be like which augments to synergize for your perk between major and minor. And also which augments to pick to synergize with another perk based on its major and minor for perk B's major and minor. And for field upgrades, possibly, and ammo mods, although that's less common. But beyond that, there's going to be synergies between, okay, which augment for this perk should I take if my teammate is running this?
Yeah.
So there's like a lot of that, which is actually quite cool and cute. And I think unlike, and this is one of those things where like in multiplayer and in Warzone particularly, we will sometimes get asked like for Q&A questions like, hey, should I run, I don't know, this bullshit so that my teammate can run that bullshit, and then we'll do a DevGru level operation on every squad we encounter.
Oh yeah,
Warzone.
like different like perk setups and whatnot. Yeah,
just and trying to do the most goofy shit, and it's like, dude, no, that shit doesn't work in game. You're gonna get just run through. Just use things that are good. However, in zombies, that's gonna work because you're playing against AI, and then you can do all the fun SEAL Team 6 synergies that you kind of jerk off about attempting and not ever successfully executing in Warzone. That's cool, and I'm actually kind of excited to get into that. And also, the biggest takeaway, honestly, for me, even more than all the augments and stuff, because we kind of already had a feeling that was going to be the case. The mixing and matching was going to be interesting. The biggest thing for me is not even the Liberty Falls update. It looks marginally better, not much at all to me atmospherically, although maybe that would change once I'm in the game. And not even the HUD changes, because I didn't really notice it that much.
yeah.
But just more screenshots of Terminus Island has gotten me so much more excited for it, dude.
Yeah.
Which is saying a lot, because we already had seen a lot of screenshots from the first blog post. But like now, I'm very excited for that map, man. I'm super
I know, yeah,
amped about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of little things like you had pointed out. The moon looks dope, the clouds look cool, all that
Yeah.
reflecting off the water. Kind of just thinking about going out to the islands, and it's just how different and separated it's going to feel from the main prison area. I like that touch. The ship, and it's like surely there will be a bunch of little minor, Easter egg type things out there, little,
Yeah.
stuff revolving around the lore of zombies in general. Not
Yeah.
necessarily some big Easter egg to complete, but just little things you'll notice out there that are different. Maybe little, hidden hatches, little hidden areas you can go in. So that's all really cool. I like how all that's playing out. And yeah, after seeing the inside of the buildings, it's nice how like the inside is still lit up, so there are lights working and everything, and then the outside is, creepy, eerie. Plus, so like that whole trap system they talked about too, being able to set up traps in a bunch of different areas that are like specific to Terminus only. I like that as well. But yeah, it's going to be cool. I'm definitely more excited for Terminus now. And then also that's supposed to be like more about the storyline. So you play as the characters that it tells you to play as, basically the set crew, and then you get a whole storyline basically. I like that.
Yeah. Yeah, this is going to be fun, dude. This is going to be
Yeah,
really
I'm
fun.
serious. I would just almost rather just play zombies straight off rip, because I just know multiplayer is going to be so sweaty.
I mean, I'm down because you still level your guns.
Yeah,
in
you sure do.
zombies.
Yeah.
So, like, yeah, that I'd be open to that for sure. So yeah, this has gotten me quite excited. One thing I still don't care about at all, I don't think I ever will really, is the GobbleGum situation. I just don't think it's, I don't know.
I mean, they sound good. It's just still weird because like they were common in older games, but we aren't zombies players, so we don't know
Yeah.
anything about them. But I'm sure once we start using them, we'll realize they're actually very, very valuable.
Yeah, true.
In a cool
True.
little touch. That can change things up a lot, I think. Just the variation of different GobbleGums.
Some of them are nuts, yeah. Like gives the players all Perca-Colas on the map. Oh, they say in the map, so you're gonna have to unlock the machine before you pop that, though. That's interesting. Oh, and thank you, Jake, for reminding me. Excuse me. I'm glad I remembered, and I'll edit that out. One thing that is not mentioned here, which I don't know if it even needs to be mentioned, I don't know if there's anything we don't know that then they already told us, is the training wheels mode versus the like classical mode. They didn't talk about that. So just as a reminder, there are going to be a bunch of Easter eggs, and there's also going to be like the storyline quest or whatever on these maps. And when the game first launches, you're going to have to like figure it out on your own or wait an hour until there's a YouTube video on how to do it and then follow that. But then after a certain amount of time goes by, there will be a separate mode for each map called like You're a Pussy mode. And it's going to tell you in game how to do all the Easter eggs, or at least some of them, and or the story mission or whatever.
Yeah.
But you will earn a unique limited time reward in the form of a calling card probably or something if you do the story mission before the training wheels pussy mode is even available for each map. So I don't know if they needed to say anything more about that. I think that's kind of all the info we need other than the dates, which I don't remember them telling us, but I don't know. In other words, how long it will be before the training wheels mode releases.
Oh, yeah, they did say it would be a little while.
Keep that in mind.
Yeah.
If you want that unique reward, once the pussy mode comes out, you're not going to be able to get the reward anymore, even if you do it in the normal mode.
Yeah.
So that's something, if you're like a zombies player, you're really going to want to keep a note of that. Go to Ink Slasher's Twitter, or excuse me, YouTube on October 25th. Because he will have gotten it multiple times by then, because he'll be on a New Zealand Xbox and we'll have a video on how to do it.
Yeah.
So do it ASAP before the training wheels mode comes out so you get that reward.
I think what
So
Jake was asking about, actually, they were talking about some classic mode on Twitter. That was a leak for the COD 2025 Zombies experience. That's probably what he was asking, but thanks for all that. Because they had talked about like an 8-person mode and then some like a classic mode where you just start with a pistol and...
Wait, an 8-person mode?
That's what the leaks were saying. I don't know if it's a normal Zombies experience, what it is. Just there's some sort of like 8-person mode in Zombies, it seems like. And like the launch map was supposed to be really big.
Dude,
like
that would go
ever.
bonkers for a hangout where not many people show up, which does happen.
You know what it would be?
Tonight.
Welcome back, Outbreak. That's what they mean. Because it was also talking about a big map. Welcome back, Outbreak.
Oh, a different map? Oh, that's a different thing then. Okay.
Well, it said it was round base. It said round base zombies on the largest map ever they've created or something, I think. And then up to 8 players maybe. But we'll have to see. That could be fun though. 8-player zombies. Like, imagine having 2 squads. So like you're in one voice channel, your boys are in the other. You're both taking on
Zombies
different
kill
areas
race?
of the map, you know? Yeah, true. Zombie skill race would be dope.
Yeah.
I would farm you. I can't wait to outfrag you. Opening night against the Zoms.
Oh, did you buy your controller yet?
Oh, I forgot. Yeah, you get aimbot in there. Yeah.
Yeah, you're not out fragging me in anything.
I have a
related to Call
controller.
of
I
Duty
should use it
ever
for
again,
zombies, actually.
so- yeah, you could. It'd be a lot easier, probably, like everything in Call of Duty is with a controller. So anyways, including buying people, literally. I mean, everything's easier. Get on the controller train, fellas.
Shut up.
Anyways, yeah, so that's absolutely going to do it for us. I got to eat, and prepare.
I have to drink
for this.
some water with piss in it, according to Jake, so.
I don't know why is everyone talking about piss in the chat?
Because you don't look at Twitch chat, because it doesn't show up on Restream, but Jake is like redeeming the drink water thing on Twitch, and he says drink it with piss. So.
Okay. What? Great. Wild calm, Jake. I've received that. Jack, excuse me. I've received that. So anyways, that is it. We're doing the hangout tonight at a time.
Curdy King Kong Dong 420, by the way, with the $19.99. Thanks for the pod. Here's $20 for a gram of weed for Black Ops 6. We will be refunding that because we're not drug addicts. So thank you for the money. We'll be sending it back.
Kong Dong 420 with the 1999 United States dollar super chat. Incredible.
That's quite
incredible name.
Quite the chat. Quite the name.
Quite the chat. It's a super chat. Some would say an extra chat.
That's
a giga
super,
chat.
Dude. That's a super chat. Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you very much, dude, for the 1999.
I'll for sure
We
buy some weed with
appreciate
that.
you. We will not be buying a gram of weed. And with inflation, I don't know if it would be $20 anymore. Might be a little
I don't
more.
know how much it ever was. I thought a gram of weed was a lot more than that. Is that normal?
Yeah, $20 is normal. At least back in my day. But I mean, it's been years and years.
Biden's
and years.
America. We're at $80 a gram.
Yeah, it's possible. So anyways, that's absolutely it. Yeah, so again, there are 2 more blog posts as of now. I think that's all they had even had planned. Let me just do a quick little double check.
There's one blog post.
Progression is the last
yeah.
one, which Tanner had
They've
already
released
mentioned.
the weapons one and the gear up, which I thought was coming next week. So that means we got 3 days next week, and they're only putting out the progression blog. So not sure what happens the other 2 days. If they give us some other info, I guess it won't be a blog post, but cool. I've got that.
Sure. Yeah. So whatever. Thank you again, Curdy King Kong Dong 420. Incredible name. And thank you for the super chat again. And yeah, reminder, all patrons hang out tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific time, which will be very soon. So if you're here live, be there.
Too soon, yeah.
You're hearing
Wow,
it
less than
on
2
early
hours.
access, like right when it came out, be there. And even if you think you might be late, just check the Discord. If there are still people hanging out,
Check the
then
cord.
try and come by. All right, yeah. Keep your eyes on everything for this guy. Stay humble.
Yeah, well.